Hi, I'm Anjali Varma, and you're watching The Modern Mompreneur. And today I'm joined by mompreneur Susan Jones, the founder of Quad to Quad, a popular mobile app for college visits. Hi, Susan. How are you?
Fine. Hi, Anjali.
Today we're going to be talking about a topic which I believe is a hot topic for parents of older children or high schoolers, and that is the stress of college visits and the college admissions process and how to reduce that stress. And so, Susan, your first tip is an interesting one and one that may be intuitive, but most parents probably don't follow, and that is to be part of the solution rather than the problem. What do you mean by that?
Well, we all hear about the helicopter parents. Well, we are the helicopter parent generation. We so much want to help our children that sometimes we, overstep our bounds. And this is, a really important time in the student's life, and he's getting bombarded at school and everywhere by the college process. So it would be nice if the parents could find a way to support them rather than stress them out. And there are many ways that parents are part of the problem and ways that they don't realize. And so the tips that I'm giving are the solution, not part of the problem.
Okay, and one of those tips is to not outpace your child.
Exactly.
Can you explain that a little bit?
You don't be the one that leads the college process. That totally is the enthusiast, the driver of the subject in discussions or in activity. Try to figure out where your student is at and gauge yourself to meet their pace. And if they're slow in coming aboard, see if you can do it gently without kind of shoving it down their throats, so to speak, and or inundating them with it.
There is a fine line, though, right? Because you do have to follow a certain timeline, and you got to get those applications in, and you have to get those visits in. So how do you balance that then?
Well, you try to balance it in a very moderated, relaxed way, where we're not sort of stressed out by those timelines, but we're aware. Being aware is great, okay?
Yeah.
Being anxious about it is not. And unfortunately, a lot of people get that kind of mixed up. So it's very important that parents do know what the timeline is and that they're aware that their students know it. And oftentimes that they get that from their college counselors. And sitting down with your student to go over that in a calm, collected way, the way you might, planning up a family cruise, that's fine. But if it's where you're sitting down as if you're planning a family visit to some sort of scary place, then it's not.
And you've talked a little bit in the past about the balance of the involvement of the college counselor versus the parent. So what do you think is a good split so that you're not doing all of the inundation and overwhelming your child?
Well, ideally, it would be wonderful if the college counselor could do 70% of the work, and at least in informing your student, because that is the responsibility of the college counselor. And sometimes students have trouble availing themselves of some of that knowledge, but it's there, and I think parents can check in with the students to be sure they know what is there, or use students to help them explain what the timeline is even better. But the more you can stay in the background, the better you are.
And that leads to your last tip, which is having college-free safety zones.
Absolutely. I mean, we would never think about, is your house safe for your college-bound teen? But a lot of households are not, Anjali. I mean, I think a lot of families do not realize how they, bombard their student with college questions and inquiries and talk at every place in the house. There's generally no safety zones for the college-bound teen. I mean, they could be in the bathroom and someone will knock on the door. Did you do that yet? There's no place to hide. So, the parents owe it to their students to give them some college-free zones, which means at least 2 to 3 family dinners, and to at least agree to be making appointments with them when you really want to discuss college things, and not to just feel that you can just shout it out at any moment in time, because for that student, those words reverberate rather intensely and get them sort of
it can have the opposite
anxious.
effect.
It has the opposite effect. I mean, you're not relaxing them at all. All you are is worrying them, and oftentimes feeling like you're accusing them of not doing what they need to do. And parents do worry that students aren't going to do what they need to do. That's a big worry. And quite honestly, the way to handle that worry is not to dump that worry on the student. It's to internalize it yourself as a parent, and to start believing in the students and to treat them more carefully in the way you deal with the college process at home.
Thank you to Susan Jones. If you are on the college visit loop, definitely check out her app, Quad to Quad. And thank you so much for watching. If you want more tips on parenting, lifestyle, and entrepreneurism, please subscribe to my YouTube channel or check out my blog at themodernmompreneur.com.